Hi crocheters of the world. In this tutorial I want to show you something that I came up with in the Tunisian crochet technique. It's a technique that I really love, the Tunisian crochet, but my problem is that when you work a larger piece with the Tunisian crochet, so with the Tunisian hook, you have all the stitches cast on, and it's really heavy to keep them in your hand and to work the stitches. I don't know if you have tried it before or you don't, but it's really strange when we have all the stitches on the Tunisian crochet hook and then we have to work them all. So that's why I came up with an idea with this. It came into my mind with this, working on this stitch pattern, which is a combined pattern of stitches that I found on the internet, and I combined them like this, and I think it's really nice. Hope you like it too. And I really wanted to show you how to crochet the Tunisian crochet with the normal hook, so you don't even have need the Tunisian crochet to work this project. This will be not a project but only a sample, but I will show you how to put the stripes together. So you will work just vertical stripes, and as I said, all that you need is a normal crochet hook like this, and this stripe actually, because it's only one that I have, is worked in with medium worsted weight yarn, acrylic medium worsted weight yarn, and 4mm hook. So on 15 chains, so only 15 chains. And to make a afghan or a pillow or something else, maybe a bag, or why not something to wear, I don't know, a vest, maybe, vest, yes, maybe gilet, I don't know, wrap, something. It's really easy to work like this in stripes, and then when we are ready with all our stripes, to join together them with the slip stitch. So let us begin. I will show you first how to work this pattern stitch that I came up with, and then I will show you how to join the stripes together to obtain so many beautiful things. So you can, as I said before, work an afghans, an afghans, or a blanket, or bags, or something else. It's about your creativity and fantasy, so to create beautiful projects with this little demonstration here. So let us begin. Again, we need only a normal crochet hook, as I have here, so you don't even need the Tunisian crochet hook. And we will begin with a chain of 15, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I will show you all the stitches that you need for this sample, for this pattern stitch combination. You will need the purl stitch, Tunisian, of course, Tunisian purl stitch, knit stitch, and the puff stitch. So I will show you all of these stitches, so it will be easy for you to follow the pattern without any, let's say, notion about the crochet, the Tunisian crochet. Hope so. Okay, but if you think it's not enough for you, you can just check on YouTube, and you'll find so many beautiful tutorials made of other creatives on YouTube on this on this technique. So there there is no problem. You can learn how to work with other tutorials and you can come back and try this. So we have our 15 chains here, and to begin we just insert the hook into the very second chain. We have our first loop here and we insert the hook into the second chain and pull up a loop, and now we cast on the stitches actually. So pull up a loop, now into the next chain, pull up a loop, into the next chain, pull up a loop. So it's really easy. We just have to pull up loops in each of our chains. So really easy to begin. It's not difficult, the Tunisian crochet. Actually, it's not difficult at all. As I told you first, the difficult part is to keep all the stitches when you have more than 15, of course, all the stitches on the hook. From my point of view, this is the difficult part. Okay, so now we have our 15 loops on our hook. Now we have to work each loop, and we will work like this: yarn over, and we will pull through one loop, just one at the beginning, and we will repeat this after all second round actually, so in a row. So it's important. So yarn over and pull through one loop. And now for the rest of our loops on the hook, we will yarn over and pull through two. So yarn over and pull through two, yarn over and pull through two loops, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and we will go on, continue on like this until we have just one loop remain on our hook. So this is what I have. I have just one loop on the hook, and now I have to start. So I have to start with the pattern stitch here, and I will work 2 purl stitches, then 1 front, let's say, I don't know, bumped purl stitch, and then another purl stitch, puff stitch, purl stitch, bumped purl stitch, and so on. So it's really easy. Actually, if you want to make it larger or shorter, so you want to begin with more or less chains, you have to know that the pattern is a multiple of 2 plus 1. So the chain is, mine is 14 plus 1, which is 15. You can put more or less if you want to try it on a crochet or on a Tunisian crochet hook. So it's a multiple of 2 plus 1, and now I will show you that there are sequences of 4 rows actually, and yes, and yes, we can name it, call it rib, a kind of rib stitch. This one, purl knit rib stitch, Tunisian rib stitch maybe. Okay, now let us begin. So we have here the first vertical bar and we have the loop on it, so we won't work around this vertical bar. We will go into the second one and we will work our purl stitch, because I said we have to begin with 2 purl stitches. So for the purl stitch, it's here. Okay, now the Tunisian stitch, actually it's composed by 1 vertical bar on the front side and another vertical bar on the back side. So we have actually 2 vertical bars. Now, for the purl stitch, Tunisian purl stitch, we have to put the yarn on the hook like this. So it's in front of the hook actually, like this. And with the yarn in front of our hook, you can keep it with your finger, we insert the hook around the vertical bar. On the front side, the vertical bar. Okay, now we let go the yarn below the crochet hook and under the crochet hook on the left side, and we put it finally on the crochet hook. We want to keep with the finger here below the yarn, below the hook, below the vertical bar here where we have the yarn, and now we will work the purl stitch. Pull through it. Now again, it's the yarn over the hook, in front of the hook, over the hook, here. And now keep it with your finger, insert the hook around the vertical bar of the stitch that you want to work it purl, and let it go now under, so below this vertical bar that is already on the hook, and keep it with your finger here. Now put it on the back side of the hook, left back side of the hook, and over the hook, and pull through the vertical bar that you have. And now we have 2 purl stitches. Okay, for the next stitch we will work the rib stitch, yes, rib stitch, rib knit stitch, and not rib stitch. We will work only a knit stitch first time, first row, and then we will rib, because we can't now. Okay, so we will insert the hook in between the vertical bar front side and back side vertical bars, so the 2 vertical bars that composed our stitch, our Tunisian stitch, and we will pull the yarn through the back side, through the to the front side, in between these two vertical bars. As you can see, there are 2 here. Okay, I will show you one more time. So we have 2 vertical bars in between them like this, and on the back side, now pull the yarn through these 2 vertical bars, and now we have the loop on the hook. Okay, now we have to purl stitch again, so put the yarn over the hook and keep it with your finger. Insert the hook around the vertical bar and let the yarn under the vertical bar that is already on the hook. Keep it here with your finger, as I did here, as I do here. Okay, now go with your yarn on the back side, left back side of the hook and over, and pull through the vertical bar. Okay, now you have the purl stitch. Okay, and now we have to work the puff stitch. For the puff stitch, yarn over. Insert the hook around the front vertical bar and pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert the hook again around your vertical bar and pull up a loop. Yarn over and insert the hook again around your vertical bar and pull up a loop. Now we have our puff stitch here. We just have to pull up a loop and pull through all. And this is what we have. Now we have to purl stitch again into the next stitch. So put the yarn over the hook, in front of the hook, over the hook, and keep it with your finger. Insert the hook around the vertical bar and let the yarn goes down under the vertical bar. Keep it here with your left hand, left finger, and put the yarn left side, back left side actually, and over the hook. Now pull through the vertical bar and you have the purl stitch worked. Now knit stitch, so insert the hook in between the 2 vertical bars and on the back side pull the loop through these 2, and this is what we have. Now again purl stitch, I will go on faster, and now again puff stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook around the vertical bar, pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert the hook again on around the same vertical bar and pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert the hook around the vertical bar and pull up another loop. Yarn over, pull through all loops. This is what we have. Now pull the yarn, push actually the yarn, and keep it with your finger. Insert the hook around the vertical bar let the yarn comes down under actually the vertical bar that you already have on the hook. Put it on the left side and over the hook and pull through the vertical bar. And this was the purl stitch. Now again a knit stitch. And now we have 3 vertical bars left. So we will work the last 2 purl stitches. So this is the first one and the second one. Keep it with your finger when you work. And for the last vertical bar we will always work these 2. So we will insert the hook through 2 loops. These 2 loops that form here a nice V, reverse V actually. Okay, these 2 loops. Insert the hook through 1 and second and pull up a loop. Okay, now we have again all our loops on the hook, and what we have to do is to work them as I showed you before. So yarn over, pull through 1 and then yarn over and pull through 2 until the end of your row, until you have left on your hook just 1 loop. So I have again just 1 loop on the hook and I am ready to begin another row. So now we will just have to repeat the first row 3 more times. As I said, there are sequences of 4 rows, okay? So this is the first, 2, 3 and 4. And then we will work all the stitches, the rib stitch and the puff stitch, sorry, only rib stitch, okay? So the pattern is like this. We begin with 2 purl stitches, then rib stitch and purl stitch, puff stitch, purl stitch, rib stitch, purl stitch, puff stitch, purl stitch, rib stitch. And we finish with 2 purl stitches and a border. Okay, so 2 purl stitches. I will show you one more time because now I want to show you the rib stitch too. 2 purl stitches. And now for the rib stitch. We will work the rib stitch into the row below the previous row. So into this one, which is my first row actually now. Insert the hook through these 2 vertical bars we have here. So as a knit stitch like this. On the back side, pull up a loop through these 2. You can see them. There are 2 vertical bars, the front vertical and the back vertical. And now to finish the rib stitch, we have to insert the hook through the vertical bar of the previous row and pull up a loop. I will show you one more time. So again, purl stitch and puff stitch, yarn over, here it is my vertical bar, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop again 3 times, pull through all, and now we are ready to work our purl stitch. So here it is my purl stitch. Okay, and now I am ready to work my rib stitch. So into the second, actually the row below here, I will insert the hook. How can I show you? Here, in between the front vertical bar and back vertical bar of this row, like this. Insert the hook and pull up a loop from the back side to the front side. Now we have this loop on the hook, but we are not ready. We have to insert the hook around the vertical bar of the row where we are working. Okay, so with this loop on the hook, insert the hook around this vertical bar. And now yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. So you will always pull through 2 loops. You will always have 2 loops to the rib knit stitch. And now again, purl stitch and puff stitch. For the puff stitch we yarn over and we pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop 3 times, pull through all, and now again the purl stitch, and now for the rib stitch again we will work into the row below the row where we are working. So here, which is my first row now, here in between the front and the back vertical bars on the back side I have the, can you see, it's here my hook, and from here I pull up a loop. Now I have a loop on the hook, but I am not ready because I have here the vertical bar of the actually the stitch of the row that I am working at. So I have to insert the hook. Sometimes it helps if you put it like this with your finger. Insert the hook through this vertical bar too. And now we are ready to yarn over, and we will pull through 2 loops. Can you see? Okay. And now we will finish with our 2 purl stitches. 1 and 2. Not only with 2 purl stitches, but with our 2 loops here. Can you see them? 1 and 2. These 2 loops. 1 and 2. Always 2 loops for the border. And now we are ready to work all the stitches as I showed you before. And you have to repeat this 2 more times. I will show you just one more time how to work the rib knit stitch. So I already worked my 2 purl stitches here, and I'm ready to work my rib stitch. So I want to show you how. We have here, so we don't want to insert the hook into this vertical bar of the row where we are working. No, we just go on below this row and we insert the hook through these 2 and the one that is the back one, but it's okay if you do like this. If you work it like this, so we have the 2 and now we have to insert the hook to the back side, okay, and pull the yarn through it. And now we are not ready, we have to insert the hook through the vertical bar of the row that we are working. Yarn over and pull through 2, and this is my rib knit stitch. Purl stitch, puff stitch, and I will show you one more time because maybe this is the most difficult of my pattern stitch combination. Again, purl stitch, and now I am ready to work my next rib stitch. So insert the hook below the vertical bar of the stitch that we are working at. So here, pull through these 2, and now on the back side. I am on the back side, I will pull up a loop, but I have to pull through, insert the hook through the vertical bar of the row that we are working at. And now we have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 2, and purl stitch and puff stitch and rib stitch. So that's it. Repeat this row. Yes, this is the 3rd, so one more time and I will be back to show you how to change the sequence, but it's really easy. The important thing for this stitch combination is to understand the stitches. So the purl stitch, the rib knit stitch and the puff stitch. The rest, it's really easy. So I finished my 4 rows, with the puff stitch, and now we will work the purl stitches as they are, but where we have the puff stitches we will work only knit rib stitch. So again, purl 1, purl 2, rib stitch 1, and purl again. Now here where we have the puff stitch we will just knit stitch. So we insert the hook in between the two vertical bars and pull up a loop. Then purl stitch again. Then rib stitch. And here it is, our vertical bar that we have to put on the hook to complete the stitch, and then purl stitch, and now again knit stitch. So on the back side actually, oops, it slips, and then again purl stitch, and again rib stitch. It's this vertical bar that we don't have to forget. And then purl and purl to finish the round, okay, the row, and then these two loops. Okay, and now we have just to go on like this 3 rows only with rib stitch and purl stitch. So 2 purl stitches, now rib stitch, purl stitch, rib stitch here, purl stitch, rib stitch, rib stitch, purl stitch, rib stitch, purl stitch, rib stitch, 2 purl stitches and a border for 3 more rows. Okay, these. And then the last sequence. So I began my second row of this sequence. I just want to show you here where we have the puff, we can begin with the rib stitch. So we insert the hook into the row below the row where we are working at and work the rib stitch as we know. Okay, like this. Okay, and now we have to complete with these 3 more rounds. Without these 2 more rounds, or 4 rounds actually. So this was 1, this is the second, and 2 more rounds. And then we will work another sequence of 4, but we will just change. So the purl stitch is again the same thing, but for the puff stitch and the rib stitch we will work puff stitch where we have the rib stitch, so here, and we will continue on with rib stitch where we worked the puff stitches, and we will work puff stitch where we have the rib stitch, and so on. So we will have this. Okay, and then you just have to continue on with these 4 sequences, to repeat these 4 sequences. Okay, let me just finish this little sample here that I have, and then I want to show you just how to join the stripes together and, as I said, to create nice projects. So I finished the second sequence of 4, this only with the rib stitch, and now just to be sure I will show you how to begin the third and the last sequence to repeat. Purl stitch, rib stitch, not rib stitch, sorry. Yarn over, and here where you have the rib stitch you will work the puff stitch. Actually this is the change that we have to. Then purl stitch, and now where we have the rib stitch, yes, the puff stitch actually here, we continue actually with the rib stitch. Okay, yes, can you see? And then purl stitch, and here puff stitch, yarn over, pull through 1, 2 and 3 times. Okay, maybe this is not a beginner pattern stitch, but I cannot say. It's you to decide if you want to give it a try or you don't want, or you think it's complicated, or maybe you find it easy. So I won't say it's not a beginner pattern, and I usually don't say it's a beginner or intermediate or I don't know, because as I said before, it's you to decide if you like it and you really want to try it. Okay, so just want to show you how it looks changing. Okay, so now we have 3 puffs instead of 2. Okay, and that's it. Now let me finish all. So this is 1, 2, 3 sequence to repeat, and I just went on 2 times. So with the rib stitch and then with this. Actually there are 4. Let's say 4 sequences to repeat. This one with the puff stitch, the rib stitch, the puff stitch changed, and again the rib stitch, and then we begin with this one. So there are 4 actually, and then we begin. So I worked only 1 more sequence, the first sequence, just for this watch, so for this sample. Okay, let me finish. I will show you just the last thing to how to join the stripes together, but first of all I will show you how to cast off. So I worked 3 of my last sequence, so where you want to decide to stop with your stripe, the length that you need for the project. And now on the last row, so the 4th one on this sequence, I want to cast on 2. So purl stitch and slip stitch, and again purl stitch and slip stitch. So you work the stitches as they are. Now rib stitch, but you slip stitch, always slip stitch. Now purl stitch again and slip stitch. Now puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, yes, or only 3, and slip stitch. And now purl stitch again and slip stitch. So slip stitch after each stitch worked to cast off. Slip stitch and purl stitch again and slip stitch. And this is how it goes. Yarn over, work your puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, puff stitch and slip stitch, and purl stitch and slip stitch, and rib stitch and slip stitch. And now the last 2 purl stitches, slip stitch, now the last purl stitch, slip stitch, and now into the border and slip stitch. And actually we are ready, okay, with our... And now I just want to show you how to, really easy, you put them together, your stripes, like this, and you just want to insert the hook into the first loop. You can see here we have our nice border as if single crochet, can you see? So front loop here and front loop here, and just slip stitch. So it's so easy. Now again, front loop here, and slip stitch, front loop, and slip stitch, front loop, and slip stitch, front loop, and slip stitch. And now we'll have a nice design too here in the middle with our slip stitch. So front loop, slip stitch, front, slip stitch. You can work the slip stitch to join your stripes with a larger crochet hook, because it can be a little bit tight. Okay, and this is what we have. So look, isn't it beautiful? We obtain a nice fabric as if it was worked together actually. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and there will be a bag pattern with this design that I'm working at. So I will make the do the tutorial too. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and hope you like the Tunisian crochet, because I really love it, and there will be more projects with it. So bye bye, see you at the next tutorial. Sorry, I'm back again. I forgot to tell you something. If you don't want to undo this sample that you have, you just can continue on with the slip stitch here and on the other side, and you will obtain, you know what, you will obtain a nice cell phone cover. Can you see? So nice. So just go on, you finished this part, this side, and here where you began you will just have to slip stitch, continue with your slip stitch like this, and on the opposite side too, and I can assure you that will be a pretty, very pretty. Okay, I'm not sure where I am here, but it's okay. I just want to join these two parts together. So, like this. And now you have the reason to give it a try on this pattern stitch. You just have a nice project in mind. Hope so. Hopefully I give it you an idea. And now we continue on this side too. Just like this. With our slip stitches. Okay. Like this. Isn't it nice? Okay. That was all.